chilling under a willow tree right now, feeling blessed. I'm at the Brooklyn Botanical Garden. I love it here so much. I feel so safe and protected under the fronds and the branches of this little home of the willow tree. And I love her so much. I love her so much. I feel like life is so beautiful at every moment of the day. This morning, the pink peonies that I had bought finally shed their leaves like a gift on my table. And then later at the garden, at the kids' book section, I flipped open a book about a tiny seed that, after a lot of turmoil and being overlooked, grew into a huge flower that everybody flocked to. And that flower eventually also dropped their petals and dispersed their seeds, more tiny seeds for the world. And it just feels like so analogous to a lot of what I think of my life as right now, where I'm like, I feel like an underdog in a lot of ways, but I'm just nurturing my own world and not really needing anybody else to validate it. I'm just focused on nurturing my own world and doing the things that make me happy, making these videos and talking, and the more I do it, the more comfortable I get here, and you gotta start to try, you know. There's a lot of like robins over here. They're just like chilling on the ground. I think birds are so kooky, like they're literally little dinosaurs. So cute. Last night I was really turning inwards into myself, and I was talking to all the different parts of myself, the different versions of myself, and I realized that there's nobody else that I really need if all of the parts of myself are in conversation, and I'm fully accepting each one of them as they are and celebrating each of them. Like, each one has really unique gifts. At different phases of my life, I've been, had different qualities or shown different qualities, and they all have something to offer. And I feel like there's a sort of superiority complex that's really easy to grasp onto, of like your present self being the best version, or like having to be on that sort of upward trajectory. But it's really just like, it's like a cycle. Like, if you and your soul is at the center, you're just like ping-ponging and cycling around that center for as long as you live, and you're discovering all the different aspects and the extremities of you, and there's always more to discover. There's always new aspects of yourself to discover, but also the old ones to rediscover. So when I think of myself as a child, I was so rambunctious. I loved to dance. I love to be a star. I love to dress up. And there are also aspects of me where I felt really like I had to bury stuff down too. So I felt kind of controlled or trapped in a lot of ways. And it's like all these things that I've both gone through, and also the star qualities that I've shown throughout these different areas of my life, or at times of my life, are so, like, I'm just in awe of every version of me. I'm in awe of the versions of me that were going through a difficult time all alone, because I kind of feel like I'm all alone right now. So we can offer each other some sort of nurturing when I talk to those versions of me, because I can give that version of me the assurance that everything is fine, you're doing great, and just keep going. Like, just keeping on going is something that I'm really proud of her for. And I also don't feel alone right now in the present, because I have all these different aspects of me that I'm holding in my arms and coming back to me. So I have a companion now too. I'm spending all of my time alone, and I really like it here, because for all of my life I just was always looking outside of myself and looking to how other people were reacting to me, and I really internalized that. And I've cultivated this beautiful world within myself now where I'm able to feel more centered. And I'm kind of unpacking like some heavier things from the past that I used to just compact into myself and internalize, and now they're being re-experienced and they feel more like stings, and I'm realizing how painful it was, or how painful it is to me now to realize that that is what I was going through. And yeah, so as a lot of like old stuff has been coming up, for example, this week I just have felt really anxious and have even like been stuck in that sort of mindset. But the difference is like I kind of see the way out, or like I know it's just like something that I'm experiencing and I'm observing more now, rather than something that's necessarily true. And I think of myself as a young child, and it's like I was just looking everywhere around me at the world. I was looking at what life is like, what is safe. I was so curious. I was like, what is life like? I was just born. And I internalized whatever messaging was given to me, right? And now I feel like I'm having like a rebirth, like I'm kind of being born again, where I'm experiencing my life through new eyes, of learning what the world is actually like and unlearning my old frames of mind that are simply untrue about the world being unsafe, or really internalizing other people's reactions to me as part of me. There's a little bug on me. An aphid, maybe? I love it here with all these birds. Me and the birds are just chilling right now. I love it. So yeah, I really internalized those parts of myself and packed them away in me. And I was a brooding young teenager, and I felt like nobody actually got to saw the real me because I never was expressing that real me out in the world. And even in my own world, when I was alone, I would feel scared to create, or I would feel like it was something that was tied to my sense of safety or my sense of worth, so it was too much pressure. So I'm really happy now that I've been able to cultivate a more nurturing world with myself, where I'm so excited to create every day. Like, it literally keeps me going every single day, and I get out of bed excited to create, and I can't sleep without creating anymore. What a blessing for me to say, because I love it. I'm such a creative person, and to be able to fully explore my gifts it feels like liberation. And I think it's like easy for me to compare to other people if I'm like on social media or like with other people and like experiencing them getting praise or just like whatever other people are up to. But I realized that I actually don't really care like what other people are up to. Like, I think it's awesome for them that they're doing that, but in the end, my creative practice is for me, is for my joy, for my experience. And whenever I can get into that joyful state is also when I feel the most connected to the wisdom of source energy, of the universe that wants to speak through me. Right now I feel a little muddy and mucky as I'm processing old shame and trauma and stuff. So I don't feel like a super clear channel, but I'm challenging myself this week to film every day or post a video every day, even when I don't feel like my channel is super open, because I feel like I just enjoy talking anyway, so I don't need to like wait for the perfect moment to do it. And I'm telling my system to do that, so it gets used to just filming a video and not putting it on like such a pedestal of it needing to be perfect. If I wait for like the perfect moment, it's just never gonna happen. And I want my YouTube to be a sort of playground of sorts, especially as I'm finding my style and what I want to talk about. And I think it's really nice documentation for me to look back on. Ooh, I love it here under this tree. It's so gorgeous. Something that has been really important to me too is to have a easy start into the day in terms of like really tuning my joy and my creativity every day in the morning. Like, so I will not use my phone or my electronics or anything, and instead I will do the established routines that I've like just done over and over, so now they're ingrained in my mind. So those are, I open the curtain and I sing a little song. I sing a little good morning jingle. And then I meditate on my bed. There's a lot of bugs on me. This one's a little hard sometimes to feel patient enough to do, but I just tell myself I'll meditate for 2 minutes, and then slowly I extend myself. I extend it longer if I can, because I know it's good for me. And after that, I will go and brush my teeth, and then I will make myself a nice beverage, like a tea with steamed milk or a matcha or coffee. I try not to drink coffee too much because I feel like it doesn't feel healthy for me. Like, I'm very sensitive to things in my body, and I fucking love the taste of coffee and the smell of coffee, but I can't drink it every day. I will journal then. I will draw my breakfast or whatever I'm drinking, and yeah, just give myself that time and space to ease into the day that way. And whenever I get ready, I will also put on a song. My song is The Most Beautiful Girl in the World by Prince, and sometimes I do other feel-good songs too, but I will put that song on and read my list of affirmations to myself in my vanity in the mirror. So I'll speak to myself that way, and sometimes I'll dance, and sometimes even for Instagram I'll dance, and that really raises the vibe of the day. And I do these things just simply to like tune my frequency, I want to say, to maintain my state of lucidity, because that's the most important thing to me as an artist, to really endeavor to create the space and the conditions as much as possible, as best as I can, to be a good servant to source energy, so that I'm the clearest and most vibrant channel that I can be for however she wants to express through me. That's why I do all these routines, to make myself feel good. And it's become so important to me that I really am trying to prioritize waking up really early, because I feel closer to source and the magic of the morning when I wake up really early and I do these things in the morning. Oh yeah, after I do all of those routines I just mentioned, I go for a morning walk, and it's really important to me because on these walks I talk to my voice notes, and what it does is it preps my voice, it tunes my voice, and it basically warms it up. It warms up it sloshes things around in there. It warms up the channel. It gets the channel a flowing. Whatever congestion from the night before or whatever is just flushed out through me talking, through me expressing. And I find that these days it's really difficult for me to feel entertained while reading a book, because I'm just like, this is boring. I just want to express myself. I don't want to hear other people's opinions. Unless it's like for research. Like, I feel like the books that I enjoy now, or like the books that I actually read, are just like all nonfiction, because it's for my own personal research and it's like my work. But it's really hard for me to read books for fun right now, I will say. And this morning I walked to the botanical garden because I just thought it would be a nice reprieve from the noise of the city, which has been making me pretty anxious and out of body. And if I'm anxious and out of body, then Source is not going to be able to reach me as easily. And as I said, I'm just its servant. I'm just her servant, and my only responsibility is to... Ooh, there's a little spider on me. It's like spotted. I don't even think that was a spider. My only job is to create the conditions for Source as best as I can and be really devoted to that. After I do whatever creative routines that I need to do, and I have like a good chunk of time to do that and get it out of my system and flush it, keep it moving, I will do whatever else I need to do for the day, whether it's like work or homework or, like just the things that I know I can get done and have been able to do my whole life. But creativity feels like a new pocket that I'm making time for, and it's so juicy and exciting that I need to prioritize it as the first thing in the morning. So yeah, I'm just so grateful that I have that and I'm able to get in touch with my creativity, and I'm so devoted to it. Like I feel so like I have this underdog feeling of I'm going to do this. I'm striving, and it's giving me endless determination and devotion to do exactly what I need to do to show up every day and create the pockets to nurture this practice of mine, my dreams. It's because I didn't have it for so long that it feels so precious and good now. Contrast. Getting out of the park right now, but that's also one of the reasons why I'm not like hanging out with anyone right now, because I'm so devoted to my creativity and it's so fulfilling for me, more than any hangout could be right now, that I just don't have the time in the day for hanging out with people. And as much as I love people on a universal level, I love my creativity and have faith in its ability to do good in the world more, and it feels so good to finally be prioritizing myself and my own needs, because I need that pocket of time in the morning to create, or whenever it is in the day to create, and then do my other things too, and exercise, because that makes me feel good and gets the creativity going too, that state of lucidity going. And oftentimes I find that just like focusing on other people or hanging out with other people brings me out of that state of lucidity. Like I feel just a little bit bored. And it's also kind of something that I'm working on my own, like kind of a maladapted trait of my own, where I feel like I only know how to be with other people when I'm performing and putting on a smile and not really being real about what exactly I care about and what exactly I'm doing. And it's just so ingrained in me that, and I haven't really had the opportunities to be with other people and practicing not doing that, like having a safe space to practice being myself, that it's still something that I notice when I'm with other people a lot of the time, depending on, if it just doesn't feel like a safe situation to me, then I'll just go into that kind of mode of performing, putting on a smile, and not being sincere. But I'll work on that one day. I've also been really connected to, I guess walking through the park, it's easier for me to remember with all these plants around of all different beautiful leaf shapes, and they feel so beautiful and divine, and I just feel really a part of my ecosystem here. And I'm remembering that it's the same way with other people, where it's easy to forget that we are all one. And even, I'm thinking of people that I used to have a lot of affection for, or, even people that have done me wrong in some ways. I just have so much affection for them, or so much like, wow, we're like actually really similar in some way. And I can see how like we are one, like we come from one source. And everybody that I encounter is perfect on my path, because they're either a friend or a source of love, or they're a teacher because they teach me more about myself and how I need to spend my energy, spend my time. So friend or teacher, I love them both, and of course there's a lot of middle ground too, but I just really feel like I'm so grateful for everyone I encounter. And it feels so nice to be able to say that, to swallow it whole, to swallow everyone whole with love, even if they, on an ego level, don't wish me well. It just feels so healing to not, resist, fight back or resist, and just be like, well, I love you on a universal level. Like, I understand, because we are actually just one source energy moving through different people. And of course this is like on a universal level, so I don't need to even like be seeing you or interacting with you in such a friendly way. Like, I'm here to protect myself too. But I just have so much love for everybody that I encounter, because everything just feels so right.